From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 51 back in 2017, we are inside NRG Stadium in Houston. And we are underway from Houston. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A man who is both a prep and collegiate star here in the Lone Star State, Devon Achane. And tough going there, as he'll only get it up to about the 31. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Tua sets up to pass it. Tua hit, and the ball is out. And the Texans scoop it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
You can't admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Stroud sets up the play action. Steps away to his left. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, really a fantastic play, not only to pick that off, but he had to run a long way, Charles, the other direction to hit pay dirt. He did it, and they've got the first lead.
And that certainly changes the early tone of this game, doesn't it, partner? One moment, they were going to be in early control. Now they just have a few moments to clear their heads and get back out there against an electrified defense.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Stroud coming right back after the pick 6. And a loose football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Stroud to throw it. It's complete to Diggs. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Stroud. He'll find Diggs once more on the completion. From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 3. Stroud looking to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Sanders now to kick this one away. Escapes the defender. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now a 2nd and 10. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
Here's Stroud. And Diggs has it. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down. Stroud working out of the gun. Over the middle, complete. It's Schultz. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Dalton Schultz, 41 yards. And the Texans have cut it back within a score. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Second and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Tua signaling to change things up. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A give left side. Here's Achane to the 36-yard line. Stop there.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Again, it's Achane. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. In motion, Hill. A run straight ahead with Achane. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Alec Ingold as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Throwing now is Stroud. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And Stroud now to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Joe Mixon in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'll be 1st and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play, and that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Four seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. risk anything here late in the half. We'll just take a knee in the football out to the 25. Tua, a final shot before half.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jared Stingley picks it, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And he goes out right around the 39. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Operating from the gun, Stroud.
He'll let this go deep for Collins.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Boy, that ball's just hanging up there, waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start. But they took the deep shot anyway, and fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Mixing up the middle. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Looking to throw. Stroud. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Stroud out of the gun here. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins laying himself out in the end zone. And the Texans have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied at 21. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. On the return, Malik Washington. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they're going to face a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. In motion, the tight end. Looking to pass. Tua. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. But we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Majors used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
And a nice job there skipping away from the one tackle. It ends up getting 5 yards out of that. 2nd down. Stroud off the play fake. Rolling to his right. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And he is going to have the Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. On a slant, here's Collins. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Texans have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 and the 24.
Here's 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game. But I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them. Maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Now Tua.
He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. They're all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Devon Achane.
74 yards.
And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. Oh, and some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. This is 1st and 10. Stroud.
Buying time to his left. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Bradley Chubb, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Here's Stroud. That one complete. It's tanked down.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Now Stroud. He'll let this go deep for Collins.
Oh, wide open, complete. They can't tackle it.
He'll have the first down and more than that.
And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and they jump back ahead, 35-28. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Tua.
And he coughed it up.
And that was ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Here's Tua.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Throwing Tua. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Fourth down, fourth quarter. Here's Tua. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Well, you can see what they were trying to do, just send those guys out there to make a play, but that is a costly interception.
Yeah, that's kind of like the backyard. Everybody go deep, and let's see if we can find someone. 4 verticals in the route. Any other time of the game, I love the call. But here, you're not going to hold safeties, you're not going to hold corners with any looks because they know what the situation is, ends up throwing the interception.
Going deep for Diggs. That is intercepted.
Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Here's first down. Tua.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it, because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded, because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
From the automotive capital of the world, we get a look at a venue that pays homage to that industry. Welcome to Ford Field here in Detroit, Michigan. Ball teed up. Austin Seibert out for the kick. And we're off and running from Ford Field. Craig Reynolds to return it. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Gives to Montgomery to start the drive. He'll cobble together a yard there. That was Jonathan Allen on the tackle. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Running on second with Montgomery. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down. Working quickly here. It's Montgomery on third. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. First down, and they go right back to him. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. Offense in the hurry up here. Off play action, Goff. That's complete to the back. David Montgomery. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. It was Mike Sanders still on that stop. The rookie from Michigan, there that time.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
3rd down run by Gibbs. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. They go play action with Goff. He's got to his running back. On the move, past the 40. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. Left the offense out there on 4th down, Brock, and look at the result. A big gain. They got 15 and the first. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Goff on 1st and 10. That's caught at the 4. And in for the Detroit touchdown. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Return starts at the 3. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. They'll get it complete to Brian Robinson Jr. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
On first down, here's Daniels. That's complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. So before they can get set and snap it, the clock runs out on quarter one. 7-0 is our score. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Time now for the second quarter. Commanders in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. A handoff for Robinson, running right. And he goes out a little short of the 40. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Second and 6 coming up here. Another carry for Robinson. And he gets him around 6 there. Alex Anzalone there on the stop. That's going to be a gain of 6, and they need only inches now here on 3rd down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
And the Lions into a nickel set for 3rd down. Staying with Robinson. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Great opening drive continues. 1st and 10 at the 33. This time it's a passing play. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction with how well the defense had that one covered.
2nd down and 10. Daniels. Looking for the end zone, and a deep... He's got it deep downfield. And that is caught. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders finish off their opening drive. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Seibert tacks on the point after. And the Commanders respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. Reynolds with a return. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. A give up the gut to Montgomery. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. That was Jonathan Allen on the tackle. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. This defensive battle has reached the 2-minute warning. The Lions would take the lead with a score. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Out of the shotgun, Goff. St. Brown's got it, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. On 1st down, it's Goff. Pass taken in by St. Brown. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions get some late points and the lead. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Bates now for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Lions break that tie and now lead by 7. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Daniels. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Daniels on 1st down. Gets it to him on the screen. Rolling into enemy territory. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be good for a Washington 1st.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the 1st, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
1st and 10, around to Robinson. He's contained at the line for no gain. Brian Branch getting there for the tackle. The Commanders in the hurry-up. They're hustling for the line. Out of the gun, Daniels. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball, left side.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Now, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he can take the lid off the defense at any time.
They've got a man in motion. Daniels throwing on third. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Beginning a new drive here, but just 16 seconds to go before halftime. First down throw from Goff. He's trying to push the field. Big gain downfield. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining. Intended target there was Sam Laporta. So second down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion. You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. One last play before the break. Back to throw it. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Kickoff taken at the 3. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Play fake here, Daniels. Into the hands of Terry McLaurin. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
On second and 10 now, Daniels getting out to his left. That one's cut along the left sideline. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And the Commanders will have a first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Still on the move, coming to the line for first and 10. Working inside the red zone. That's complete. Here's Austin Eckler. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Now Daniels off the play action. He's on the move. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. And the Lions are going to take over after the interception.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh no! Give me that one back! Because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
Halfway to the marker, it's second and 5. Staying on the ground with Montgomery. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Play made by Deron Payne. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Pass complete to Gibbs. And he's brought down after a short gain. Well, the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless third quarter for us. It's Lions ball as they try to keep that lead and close out a win. Offense looking confident, but they need 4 here on 4th down. They'll go for it. Goff. Short pass brought in. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure that drives right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Off play action, Goff. Connects with Montgomery. Jukes one defender. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
They go play action with Goff. Bails out of the pocket quick. Gets this to Montgomery. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Montgomery now up the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about